Hi everyone, my name is Jody and I am going to share with you today the process, kind of just craft with me along while I make my own glue book for Christmas or December Daily. It's going to be December Daily slash, Christmas journal, glue book, that type of thing. So the book I have chose it's called A Cup of Christmas Tea. Now there is some fading, like it sat next to a window, like there was another book on top of it or something like this, and then it bleached this area, but I'm going to doctor that up so we don't have to worry about that. So this is the book I chose. It's almost 7, it's a 6 3/4 by 10 1/4. So it's a little smaller size glue book than I normally make, like I make it on my channel in my Etsy shop. So this one I'm making a little bit smaller for myself. And I really liked this one because it was Christmas, but it didn't scream Christmas. It's A Cup of Christmas Tea, and it has a really neat vintage, like china cup of tea. And I liked the green polka dot looking material because this is like a faux type look. So it has some trim here, and then it has just some country style red fabric look on the book cover. And then the back is the same way. So what I did is I chose my fabric. So I am doing this beautiful poinsettia fabric. And so it is going to go on here like this, and then I am going to do a type of a lace or cream colored trim to go on it just like this. So it will go on here something like this. Not sure where I'll put it along my fabric, whatever is pleasing to my eye, I guess. And then I will put that on. So I have chosen my fabric. And of course, you can't really find, upholstery. I like my glue books or these types of things to have upholstery fabric. But it's kind of a little hard to find Christmas upholstery fabric. So this is cotton fabric, and it is doubled. And then I put my stitching on it. Sometimes I line it with something else inside too, but this is a smaller book, so I am doing that. So then I cut also with my wave cutter, so it gives it kind of a design instead of a straight edge, although the back side is straight because I folded the fabric in half. So I will either make a straight edge like this and then put my lace on, or I may do the wavy side on here. All right, but before I get to that, so I have cut, when I make my glue books, no matter what size they are, I use the same strength of book board that for my spine. So, and therefore, you'd have to use almost a game board, or you have to glue many pieces together of some smaller chipboard. So I found at a garage sale this lady who had a whole box of Scrabble books. I had them in my haul. You might have seen it. So that's what I use because it's very thick. It's not going to give away. I mean, it's as thick as the book board. So that's what I like about it. All right, so I might put a little bit of Christmas music on while I'm working away, because I usually don't like talking while I'm thinking about what I'm doing. It may sound strange, but that's just me. So I may do a little bit of music or something while I am working on this. Okay, so I'm going to work away here, and I'm just going to center my book on my grids here on my work surface, and then I'm going to leave a fairly large space in between for the bending of the book. I like my books to lay flat, so in order to do that, you have to have a lot of space. So I've got that set. Now I just need to decide if I want my wavy to be on the front, and then also whether or not I want a flower showing on the front or not. But the only flower that's going to show is this half a one, so I'm gonna almost have to do it here or put it down here towards the bottom. That, or I'm gonna have to, here's a little bit bigger flower, and then it'll have a little bit of the flower there. Or I can move it up, and I will have almost 2 flowers that I can put on here. So I will have plenty of overhang on the back, so I don't have to worry about covering up the name. So I guess I can go way over on this one. Actually, I could probably just center it, you know, right over top, because I don't have to worry about covering any words or some beautiful pictures. So I think I might do decisions. I'm gonna have a lace anyways on this side, so I think my decision's made for me. I'm going to bring this up just a tad bit more because I want all of this flower to be on my book on the front. So I'm centered on here. So now when I glue these, I only do a portion of it at a time. And I push down on my book so I don't move my book, and then I start putting my glue on. Okay, and then I smooth it out with my finger. And then I just carefully smooth it down there and push so it adheres really good so I can start the next part. So I have a huge hole in this one because it's down to the last little bit and I wasn't able to get it out, so I snipped it right off, and so now it just pours right out, which was just fine. I can smooth it with my finger, but it just keeps wanting to ooze out, and then I have to wait for it to go back down. So I'm gonna, again, hold my board, get right up there where I left off, and then hold my book and then smooth out my fabric. Okay. And then again. I think I will probably be out of this bottle, but I have a new one standing by. I just want to, and you know, I have to ask, has anyone else experienced, this is like the best glue. This is the only glue I use for fabric, but I wonder sometimes if, does the glue actually get old? And I don't mean old like as in like 2 years old or anything like that. I just mean actually maybe 6 months. Or did I get a bad bottle? Because I believe that one of my bottles I was really disappointed with that I was able to like peel off some fabric, and I was really, you know, I didn't like that because this glue is phenomenal and I just love it. And I know a lot of people use it, but I just wondered if anybody else experienced that. So, but I wonder if, you know, when it sits in the bottle and there's all this air in there, you know, after you get down to like a quarter of the bottle, you know, do you experience any of that? So I'm flipping it over. I just realized I love this little old lady here. Not the little old lady, but a vintage lady. And it's going to cover her face. I did not want to do that. So, but I didn't care about this. Let me, let me put the lid on my glue, and let me do a little bit of talking about my end papers. So, my end papers, the book is just like this on the inside. Actually, I need to move down just a tad, don't I? For you. Okay. So, the end papers were just this gold color. Now, this, I don't know where I got this. It's a litho print. Got it somewhere probably in a thrifting or a garage sale. But I just absolutely love cardinals and my birds. I love my birds. But the cardinals are always so symbolic of winter and whatnot. And they're always on Christmas cards and things. So I put that as my back. And I'm going to make a pocket here somehow. But I didn't want to cover up the cardinal and wild cherry here. So I'm not sure what I'll do. But I'm going to do something down here. So I moved the picture all the way up. This is a page out of, let me see if I can get the book here, because it's gutted out. I'll Be Home for Christmas. So this is out of I'll Be Home for Christmas book, I believe it is that one. And on the first couple pages was this page of this vintage gold picture frame. It says, holiday moments. As you browse these festive photos, hum along to the popular Christmas tunes. They're sure to put a song in your heart. I just loved that. And of course, this is what, I'm making is my December Daily / Gluebook / journal. And as you look through it, this is what's going to happen is these are holiday moments. And I loved this vintage snapshot of these types of the silver trees. I don't know if you remember those. And then this nice lady who's got a gift and she's like got her hand out. I love this. Now this just talks about this photo. It says, I cut it off so I don't know the whole saying, but it says a photo of me was taken by my parents' home in 1963. In the year my dad bought the latest aluminum tree. That's what it is. He placed an electric color wheel, something on the floor, spotlight, the tree in different colors as it rotated. Yeah, I cut it off, but this was so cool, and I loved this. I don't know, I might cover this up and do something of my own here so that I have just this in this beautiful picture. But I'm in a dilemma because I didn't plan my fabric being over this far, and I wasn't thinking about it when I put it on the front. So I may cut this. Let me think this through, because I don't want to cover her. So I've got to think this through here. I got plenty of fabric, so actually I need to cut this part off here where this is so thick that it's hard to cut through. Oops. So now I'll have a nice little scrap for, collaging with or Okay, so this will go up this far, and this will go there. So actually I can cut this off right to here. I got glue on my finger, so I'm holding my finger out. Let me get a baby wipe and wipe it off. Oops, I'll keep that one too. I don't want to toss that one. So and also this covers part of the picture frame. So I did not think that through. So I'm either just gonna have to cover her face, which I didn't want to do because I liked it, but yet if I mess with this, if I mess with this fabric, I may mess up the whole thing, and then I might be disappointed. But that's what happens in crafting is, you know, you craft along, and you know, everything is not always planned. So, oh dear. Well, I may have to think about this and come back to it. Okay, I made an executive decision and decided to do a zigzag cut with my scissors. And put this down. So I'm really liberally gluing that up there so it adheres really good. And I need a little bit in the joint there. Boy, that just pours right out when you don't want it to. All right, so I'm gonna bring it up. And it will just cover her face. Oops, I got a little bit on the book, so. Didn't have my baby wipe ready. So let's see if I can get that right off before it hardens. So now that will leave this open, so I'm gonna put, you know what, I'm gonna use my thin one, because my new one, because this has a point on it. So let's just put a little in here so it seals that up. Okay. You know, because it was sewn before and now it's not. All right, now we can let it pour out here. And I'll be done with this bottle. All right, smooth this out here, get this going before the acetone disintegrates. And then I'm gonna go right over the top, just like that. All right. Now I just need to put, because this was sewn, I just need to put a little bit, just a tad in between, because it was sewn before. So I just want to do, okay, now come out. This should, there's not much in there left. And I really want to use this up so I can throw it away. Come on. There's a little bit in there. Here's some. coming out. So I just want to be able to tack it down a little bit. Just a tad. Okay, and then I need to put some on the fabric here, you know, where it connects. There she comes, a little bit coming out. Squeezing every drop out. A little more. There comes some more here. There we go. There was a big squirt. Okay. There we go. All right. Beautiful. All right, that's the end of that glue. So I'm going to throw that away. All right, now I've got tons of glue on my hands. All right, let's put the lid on that one. So get that. All right, so we are in progress. And I'm happy with that. You know, this one I'm not making for anyone. This is for myself. But I need to snip this fabric a little bit so it stands up kind of like a, actually, let me see if I can use my scissors just to snip it a tad bit more. Because I want it to actually let it fringe more, or hang loose, I want to say. And this one did a really good job, so. All right. So, love that. So I got a little bit of a tab sticking up here. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, so now let's take my bone folder and let's crease this so it has a chance to crease. Perfect. Bend this one, get that glue set in there. Nice. There we go. So we have a nice bend. Love that. Very pretty. And then I'll put some kind of cream colored lace alongside this. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this here. So I very well could do some more fabric or, you know, something on the edge, you know, to cover that up or collage it up. So we'll see what happens. So that bends really good. And now I'm just going to just go around and put a little dab on the spots that I see that needs it. So a little bit right there. A little bit there. A little bit there. This I want to make sure is really down good. So this one, put a little bit in. A little spot there. And there, you can see just part of her face, so I'm happy with that. It's better than, I wanted to see her, you know, her floral shirt she has on. All right, so, okay, now, I will come back to, boy, that glue is so hard to get off your fingers after it's stuck on there. All right, so next, I just want to keep pushing that down so that gets creased in there really good. And that one's in there already. That's just beautiful. I love that. Love it. All right, now I'm going to show you the absolute easiest, quickest way to put your holes in your spine instead of trying to use an awl to like poke and then it kills your hand because it's hard, you know, board that you're trying to get through. I also do have, where are they at? I do have, where did I put those? So I do have a Japanese punch, which, you know, you go like that and it puts the hole through there. However, it does take a while and it does, you know, it's hard to do. There are these punches too that I use that you simply pull up and let go, and then the pressure puts a hole in it, but it usually doesn't go through the fabric. So I was trying to find out a better way or a way of doing this, and I have my own tools in the garage, so I decided to take a shot at doing it with my drill. And if you don't have a drill, or you're scared of using a drill, just wanted to chop that a little bit more here. I can get an angle on it. There we go. Just wanted to shorten that up a little bit. If you have a drill, then, and you're not afraid to use a drill, let me tell you, it's like 2 minutes tops to drill these holes through here, and you have a clean, nice hole, simple and fast. It is absolutely fast. So let me go get my drill and I'll get set up for that, and I'll show you how to do that.